Welcome back, everyone. 9 o'clock on your Saturday morning. Thanks for starting your weekend with us here on 13 Sunrise. Matthew Foltz alongside Lindsay Monroe. Hope you guys have a great week. Hope you guys were able to just kick back and relax this weekend, Lindsay, because it's still a little chilly out there. Not the most ideal weather to, maybe just play around outside. But
it's going to make us really appreciate when this warmer weather arrives, because most of this upcoming week, we're going to be in the 60s. Woo. So we just need to get through today, and it is still pretty frosty out there. Most of our temperatures are sitting kind of right there near the freezing mark. We do have live Doppler 13 radar fired up this morning, and it has cleared. We had some rain roll through during the evening and overnight last night. No rain on the radar right now. In fact, any of that remnant cloud cover that was sticking around is also starting to erode as our skies are clearing. Got this area of high pressure that's back to our west that will help to clear the sky out. High pressure does signify sinking air, and that will prevent new clouds from developing. So that does mean we are in store for some sunshine today. But where that is currently positioned, you'll notice that clockwise motion around that area of high pressure. That means our wind direction today will still be coming in out of the northwest. So that's what's going to keep our temperature down, at least for today. We find relief from that starting tomorrow. Across the board, still some lingering clouds, especially up near Tipton. We've got this cloud layer that's kind of stuck around, but everybody will get back into some sunshine today. We just need to get through these colder temperatures this morning and some lingering clouds as well. 34 in Tipton, it's 33 in Carmel, and here in the city, we are now up to 35. It's 33 in Richmond and 34 in Columbus. So everyone's still starting off near that freezing mark. Now we're just above that, and we are all headed back into the mid 40s today. So the sunshine going to look nice, at least. It is going to be just an unseasonably cool one as we fall back into the 30s this evening after highs today in the 40s. We'll talk about the 50s tomorrow and the 60s on their way for this upcoming work week in your full forecast.
All right, we'll see you then, Lindsay. This morning, a baby is doing okay after a man crashed a car during a police chase through 2 counties with the baby inside the car. Now, thankfully, we're told the baby was not seriously hurt, but police tell 13 News the baby was taken to the hospital as a precaution. Now, this all started around 8:30 last night at a gas station on the city's north side near 86th and Ditch. Metro Police say an officer spotted a man he knew had a warrant out for his arrest. When the officer tried to pull the man over, he drove off. And police say they eventually say that suspect lost control in a Carmel roundabout near 116th and Range Line before crashing into a light pole. IMPD says during these type of situations, it's just important to get the suspect in custody without anyone else getting hurt.
It's huge, right? I mean, that's the #1 job of the police department, is to preserve life. And it's great when we can apprehend such a violent subject and nobody gets hurt. All right, that's the goal.
Police say the chase reached about 90 miles an hour and lasted over 20 minutes. Right now, we're still working to learn the name of the man who was arrested and get more information about that warrant. New this morning, we're working to find out what led up to a crash that you see right here on your screen. This was on Indy's south side. Our crews were rolling on the INDOT camera of the crash as it happened overnight on I-65 at the Southport exit. You can see in the video that the car was flipped over on the ramp. And we just heard back from INDOT about an hour ago, and they tell us that the person inside that car was checked out by EMS and is said to be doing okay. This morning, we're still working to find out if any other vehicles were involved in the crash. This morning, we are learning an 80-year-old woman is dead after a fire in Howard County. It happened last night, and fire crews were called to a person trapped inside of a home on South County Road, just on 500 East. That's just outside of Kokomo. Shortly after crews got there, they say they found that woman inside the house. The coroner's office later identified her as Judith Dobaski. Right now, the fire is still under investigation. The Howard County Sheriff's Office is asking anyone who may know anything to give them a call. Your time is now 9:04. Right now, 5 people are still in the hospital after a suspected mass overdose in downtown Indy. This happened near the Indigo hub near Washington and Alabama. In total, 6 people had to be rushed to the hospital, and we are now learning that one of them has been released. Our Logan Gay has the latest.
This goes on 7 days a week.
Jason Poole says he's tired of seeing illegal drug activity on this corner near Washington and Alabama streets.
And I see a lot of these guys up under that tree smoking, pranking out, passing out, That's been going on all through the winter. And it's a disease like they just can't quit. They got to have it.
This is why he's not surprised to hear 6 people were rushed to the hospital after overdosing. An analyst working in the real-time crime center saw what happened on one of their cameras and alerted police.
It makes me feel real sad because now their family has got to go and see if they're going to make it because now they're putting them through stress.
Of the 6 people, 4 of them needed breathing assistance on the scene and 1 person needed Narcan, which IMPD Chief Chris Bailey says is not helpful with synthetic drugs. As of the latest update, all the people are stable and 1 person has already been released from the hospital. Bailey says this area is a hotspot for drug use and other crimes.
Unfortunately, our unhoused neighbors are particularly vulnerable to this kind of narcotics and this kind of dealing. It's cheap
and dangerous. Chief Bailey says the synthetic drug is called spice.
Typically, there's some sort of spray that's introduced to the spice, usually some sort of roach spray or bug spray, and then when it's smoked, it causes some sort of reaction. Obviously, too much involved in whatever this mixture was.
Bailey says what happened here is an unfortunate situation to see.
You need to be very mindful about what's being put in there, and that's why it's not fair that our unhoused neighbors are targeted by these dealers who are trying to make a quick buck, not caring about what happens to them or what it looks like in our community. It's bad.
That was our Logan Gay reporting. Your time is now 9:06. A Texas man is starting his 5.5-year sentence after hitting 3 pedestrians near downtown Indy, killing 1 of them. The case stems from a crash that happened last year. Salvador Benales was in downtown Indy for a work trip when he crashed into a group of people at College and Mass Ave. 27-year-old Brandon Breedlove, an Air Force veteran, died from his injuries. The other 2 victims testified at the sentencing yesterday, as did Breedlove's mom and several friends. The victims' families are now or were hoping for a longer sentence.
5.5 years for a drunk joyride while you're on a work trip. The message should be loud and clear that you need to come here and you need to be responsible and you need to treat our citizens with respect and our streets with respect. And I don't think that was heard today.
The judge also sentenced Benales to 4 years of probation. He can return to Houston to serve his probation when he's released from prison. His driver's license is also suspended for 5 years. Well, happening right now, it's the 6 miler, part of the 500 Festival Miler Series presented by Ortho Indy. Our Anna Chalker is live there this morning. And Anna, we know the race just got underway, right? Runners just took off.
They did, Matthew, and I will tell you, I can't even see them anymore. They are that fast out here this morning. They're actually turning the way to come out into the recovery area. When everyone gets back, they'll get some snacks, some water, and it's really great. Here to talk about this morning, Savannah with the 500 series. Good morning. I mean, how exciting was it seeing all of them just get out?
It's so exciting, and we love the sense of community that people really get from these races, and people just love to come out no matter how early, how cold. They're here and they're committed. We love it.
And I mean, we've been meeting with so many people today. I mean, the exciting thing, all these backstories, a lot of them, this is their first time running or walking. How does that feel, getting people ready for the mini?
I think people are just so excited to have, like I said, that sense of community and that excitement, and they really feed off of each other's energy. So they were here, some of them at 7 a.m., and they were ready to go just because they love the community and they love the experience.
For sure, Savannah, thank you so much. And we are going to be hopefully checking in with some of them, because I was looking, some of them have a 7-minute mile, so they'll probably be wrapping up here around 9:30 if they are pretty fast on that. But also so many people, about 1,400. If you couldn't make it out to this one, we have the 10-miler coming up in April.
All right, certainly a great morning to get out there and run. Our Anna Chalker reporting live for us. We'll see you soon, Anna.